Hey guys, welcome to the channel. It is Simon the Watch Guy. This is one of the sporadic updates that I told you about. So they may be infrequent, they may be slightly more frequent. Who really knows? That's kind of the whole point. There's not going to be a video once a week, once every other week. It could be once every 3 months, once every 6 months. I don't know. But I just want to bring an update for the PMD56 because I came across a bit of a quirk with this watch, and for anybody else who has this and they're building a Raspberry Pi, it is mega important that you know about this kind of idiosyncrasy, as it might be called. Yesterday I got fed up of the PMD56 and I went back to my Casio because I just love this thing. Multiband 6, it just syncs, it's perfect. And that's where this thing comes in. So what I was noticing was that the synchronization on this, it would go 2 hours too fast, and it just didn't make any sense to me at all. And what it's turned out to be, I've actually solved the issue. I think most people, including myself, would have just given up on this thing. I was close to just saying, do you know what, this is too much hassle. I'm just going to stick to the G-Shock as my daily watch forevermore because, you know, I just can't be bothered with the hassle, with the stress. I don't need stress, you know, I've got psoriasis, my skin breaks out when I get stressed. So what I found out, if you go back to my previous video, you may remember I told you how to change the world time on this thing. So all you do is you take an object. I haven't got a great object to hand. I'll use this here. So you'll take kind of like a pin. This is a phone, a SIM, to get a SIM card out. You'll spin the crown out to the 0 position. The crown comes out in one kind of 2 positions. All you wanted to do was just unscrew the crown. You'll hear the pop. I explained this in my previous video. And then the second hand will be pointing at, say, 55, where the 55 marker is. If you turn that 1, that represents 1 hour. So what will happen is the hour hand will move forward 1 hour. I explained this in the previous video. And what that does is it basically puts you, UTC +1. It adds an hour onto wherever you are. So if I fly from, say, the UK to France, and let's say France is +1, I can just, at the push of a button, and turn the crown, and I can be in Paris time. Now, here's where the issue lies. What I found out, and this is just by spending days and days just continually testing the watch, is that you actually need to have the second hand pointing to 12 in order for this to sync properly with the Raspberry Pi on the JJY simulator. Let me explain. So what you want to do is you want to spin out the crown. This is if you are trying to synchronize this. You've got this same watch and you're trying to synchronize this with your Raspberry Pi on the JJY simulator. So what you want to do is unscrew the crown. You'll just hear the pop. Don't pull the crown out. Push in the A button, which is this button on top, or it might be B, I'm not sure. It's the top right button anyway. Not this one that sticks out on the bottom, but this kind of one where you need a little pin. Push that once, and the second hand will stop wherever it stops. Who knows? What you want to do is you want to twist and twist and twist, and you want to get that second hand pointing to the 12 o'clock mark. Once you've done that, push the pin in, again, in the top right of the watch, and then the hands are going to cycle round. Screw the crown back in, and then synchronize your PMD56 with the JJY simulator on the Raspberry Pi, and you should find that that now works for you. So I'm kind of going to say this for me in future because I'm going to rewatch this video when I get confused. Let's pretend I now go to a country that has, you know, it's 2 hours ahead of the UK. When I get to that country, I'm going to unscrew the crown, I'm going to push that top button, and then I'm going to spin the second hand 2 places. Again, that represents 2 hours. Then I'm going to push the top right button again, and the time will jump from, say, 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock. Okay, so we've got the correct time in that foreign country. Now, when I get back to the UK, what I need to do in order to get this synchronizing perfectly again is I need to press that top button. We'll unscrew the crown just to hear the pop. Press that top button. Take the second hand back 2 places, so it's back to, you know, that 12 o'clock mark, normal kind of time. And then you can screw the crown back in and sync this thing up. This all sounds very complicated, but I can assure you, once again, once you understand how this thing works, you know, it's not bad to use. But anyway, I was able to synchronize this last night. I'm going to throw in some footage now of just basically the analog atomic watch versus a digital atomic, and all you're going to see is they are running at the exact same time down to the second, and it's quite a thing of beauty being able to see an atomic with a digital, you know, an analog atomic and a digital atomic running at exactly the same time. There's something quite beautiful, quite extraordinary about that. So I'm going to throw that footage in now. Thank you for watching. I know this video, it's going to be more useful to people who've got this watch and they're trying to sync it with the Raspberry Pi, which I know is going to be a very, very minute, minimal number of people. But hey, just something to be aware of. And I guess the bigger message behind this is when you come across problems in life in general, you know, whether it's life in general, whether it's with your watches, you know, your car, I guess the real message here is don't give up. Keep trying, because to be honest, I was tempted to just sell this, be done with it, and just stick this thing on my wrist, because I think it quite suits me, if I may say so myself. I think I quite suit the G-Shock. I love it. I happen to love, because I modded this one myself. You know, the profile, it's you don't have to worry about banging the watch. I was tempted to just go with this one. But I do think this can be my daily watch now, because all I need to do every single night is lay this just right next to the Raspberry Pi where those copper wires are that I, again, showed you in a previous video. And at 2 o'clock in the morning, every single morning, this watch and the Raspberry Pi will send out the Japanese JJY signal at 40,000 hertz every single night, or every single morning rather. And the watch is automatically going to be looking for that signal. And so the two of them, Raspberry Pi sends the signal, the watch has the transmitter in which receives the signal, and suddenly, hey, you get that atomic time. So anyway, here's the footage of the watch in synchronization. Thank you for watching, and once again, I guess I'll see you when I see you in future. Again, just hit the notification, the bell icon, because the next video, it could be in a month, it could be in 3 months. I just simply don't know, because the channel's officially ended, but there will be just random videos every now and then. Random videos. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one. Please take care of yourselves.